Hello everyone, Sunset2, welcome to another Modpack overview, this time on ForeverReal. A modpack that simply adds in a bunch of different structures, leaf decay, as well as certain other tweaks, along with certain other bits and pieces, like extra buttons, finding certain things in ice, slab certain abilities, and more. So, just cover what content there is, and then also go to some of the other stuff that I am fairly familiar with that I can cover of the tweak side. So yeah, first we've got animal, something like that, that adds pretty much some pelt and some meat, along with some other bits and pieces like claws and some different mobs. We'll spawn in a few. Little GI there. So just spawn in a few. So we've got piranha, wild dog, rat, a few other things. I'm obviously getting attacked pretty easily. I'm not careful. Then we've got End Reborn, which adds different materials and a bit more to the end. So you've got endstone, you've got tungsten, you've got endorium, you've got different shards and transmitters of things, glass and other stuff. I have to get rid of some of these because they're going to attack me if I'm not careful, or defeat me. Otherwise you've got a sledgehammer, you've got quartz, you've got other stones and different bits and pieces. You've got additional buttons that can either be illuminated, toggled, have a delay, much larger and panel sized compared to the smaller form. There's also rails as well, or detector and powered, that can obviously have entities in them. You've got lattice lamps, which adds in larger light sources. So instead of it being just like glowstone or torches or whichever else that are the maximum of about 15 or so, you've got those that can pretty much outbeat those to a size of, I think it's about 30-ish or 20-ish, something like that. 24, 30-ish there. So much larger light coverage. And there's otherwise just blocks for different components to then make the different lamps. There's a gas centrifuge, which is the machine for making some of the different materials. And you've got a bunch of different filters to focus on what materials you're wanting to get, different dusts and so on. You've got enchantments for adding in additional enchantments for tools and weapons and I assume armor as well. You've got different types of doors, such as Shuji paper doors, to modern looking ones, to just classic doors but with different wood types, cottage doors, paper, and so on. And then reinforced and then tropical looking ones as well. Otherwise you've got where the biomes you'll go, which adds different tools, different stones and woods, and a ton of different biomes. You've also got crafting tables that have the enchantment table sort of design, I guess, in some ways. You've got boats, you've got buttons, you've got leaves, you've got doors, pressure plates, you've got berries, and certain other bits and pieces, apples, and otherwise. Makes up a fair amount of the pack here. And then you've got certain things like structure gel, which adds in different blocks, I think, as well as maybe certain structures, or it is just the API for adding in sort of the main stuff for structures. And then you've got Valhesia structures, which adds in different things like posts and other bits and pieces, along with its own structures. Other mods, obviously, that we've got, or different aspects we've got, is sort of some display elements here of showing what armor, weapon, and so on we have, as well as the starter kit here, which I'm not 100% sure which ones these are, so I'd have to check the list again. Let's see, we've got inventory HUD for different elements, you've got a campfire that can heal you, you've got a mining helmet, You've got additional dungeons, the trash can slot, double doors can be possible. You've got snowballs freezing other mobs. You've got certain other tweaks. And that's pretty much about it. And then you've obviously got better underground cave systems, and you've got blocks from the nether spreading out from the portal, and so on. And then tweaks for your mouse when crafting and things, and light levels and light overlays and such. So yeah, it kind of depends really what you can find. Otherwise, just take a look at some of the structures, I guess, because why not? We'll see what we can find. So, let's see. Maybe something underneath here. No issue. So we've got dungeons like so that are kind of mixed in with cave systems, I think. Yep, so we've got a skeleton spawner there. Got a few different stones. We've got some ore sticking out. It's easy to see in mine. We've got a few chests. I know it is quite dark. So we've got alright loot by the looks of things, at least for this one. We've got a snowy temple map, so you do have maps directing you to different structures, not just to the typical ones. We've got the ocean there. That seems to be that, and we'll go to /locate again, and we'll go to something like the Valhesia ones. There's a castle or something, a player house apparently. Why not just take a look, I guess, at certain stuff. I'm gonna have to... Nope, okay, so I don't have to spectator for this one. So we've got quite more open-ended caves, so you can see the cave generation difference there. We don't have a different mineshaft because that hasn't been installed yet. And we do have a player house, it seems, with quite a lot of interesting things presented. You see underneath, so the main room, on the second floor, and the attic. We'll go to a castle, because why not? Otherwise, we'll send that in. Get that ready. And you can see the following here with a bunch of interesting aspects, like a balcony of sorts, some lighting, a grand bedroom, some chests and other things, sort of inside of the castle here, some, I assume a pen or something? A wagon-like thing, which is actually an interestingly designed wagon. Or I'm trying to think the cart or something I think is actually it also. Got a bedroom, some armor stands and a few other things, and a few towers, and so on. So yeah, a bunch of different interesting aspects. Thanks so much for watching though, and goodbye.